Hello everybody, TMG here. This is going to be an unusual video, and let me tell you why. So, this controller I have here, from TTX Tech, called the Wavedash. It's a pretty nice controller, but basically I got a new phone recently, and because of that I was able to access my Apple Cloud, and I found an old review video I made 5 years ago for this controller that I never released. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut to that older video. We'll watch through it, and after we're done, we're gonna skip skip ahead 5 years to now, because that video was recorded in 2020, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this controller now, because I've had 5 years to stress test this thing. This is not a normal review. This isn't just my initial impressions. You're gonna see my thoughts on it when it's new, and my thoughts on it now that I've had it for 5 years. So I think this will be, a better review because of that. It's gonna be a little more comprehensive. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And you're about to hear my voice pitch down a few tones because I was a youngin' 5 years ago in 2020. Wow.
Guys, it's TMG here today, and I felt like I needed to make another review video. And I got this Gamecube controller. Christmas, right before the coronavirus hit and everything. And I've been using it for a while now on my Wii. I don't have a Gamecube, and it works really good. And it's made by TTX Tech. They're not sponsoring this video or anything. I don't even think I have enough subscribers to be sponsored or anything. But I just wanted to tell you guys, if you want an alternative to the Wavebird that is cheaper and is still very good quality, you should definitely go pick this up. It's called the Wavedash wireless controller. Got it. I think my mom got it for me off Amazon for Christmas because I asked for it, and it works really well. It doesn't have channels and stuff, but the buttons, they are so nice and responsive. I use this for Super Mario All-Stars, Sonic Colors. I use it for the original Donkey Kong Arcade Classic, except the NES version that's downloaded onto my Wii and the Super Mario Brothers, everything now. And it's worked really good for me. And there's a lot of bad quality GameCube controllers out there. And if you ever need a GameCube controller, but like a wireless GameCube controller at a good price, definitely go pick this up. This is really nice. This is the box I got it in. Yes, I kept the box I got it in, even though I got it in December, and it's April now. My birthday's coming up, so yeah, if any of you out there want to send, actually you probably can't send me now. I don't want to give away my address. So yeah, the box is really quality. They have this layering plastic stuff on top. It feels really nice in the hand. It's a really nice quality box. And it just looks so cool when you have the controller in there. It looks cool without it too. That's pretty much why I kept this box. And they also make these things for your Nintendo Switch. So if you like GameCube controllers on your Nintendo Switch, you can get one of these. I'm not sure if they make normal GameCube controllers, but I definitely know they make really good Wavebird style. That's a good spot for the iPad, which I record with. I'm using this Rock Handy remote, which is also a good operate. Okay, let's do some. Oh, my controller's in the way. Come on, motion controls. Do some Super Mario Bros. Yeah, I don't have a Nintendo Switch yet. My brother does. Well, I don't really care because I got my Wii. It's like the best thing. So we're gonna pop this receiver in the top, the GameCube slot, and we're gonna start playing. One player. Okay. Watch this nice gameplay. Get back here, you power up. So one thing I want to say about this controller is that it's really comfortable. It melts in your hands. I don't know how to describe it. It's just better to use on 2D classic games than the Wii remote is, even though Wii remote seems more like it would be fit for 2D games. I played Sonic Colors, this game, Donkey Kong, Super Mario All-Stars, and they've all worked. And this controller, I've never found like a time when I pressed a button and it didn't respond. So this controller has really good quality. The buttons have a really good feel to them. The D-pad works really well. And it just melts in your hands. It's so comfortable. This is probably, if you can't get an official GameCube controller, or you want a Wavebird but you don't feel like spending $50 on an official one, this is definitely what you should pick up. Okay, so I think you get the point. So yeah, it takes batteries, of course. How else would it get its power? So really nice responsive buttons. They all feel super nice, and I recommend this controller. I would mostly recommend an official controller, but if you don't have enough money to get one, this is about the $20 range, and you want a nice quality controller, this is what you pick up here. A very nice quality GameCube controller. So definitely recommend. Okay, yeah. TMG out. Bye.
Okay, and 5 years later, a lot of my views on the TTX Tech controller remain the same. I've put this controller through a lot of heavy use. I've played through Luigi's Mansion with it many times. There's all sorts of Wii games I've used this controller with, but it really does feel like how it did so many years ago. I mean, the worst that's happened is the thumbstick might be slightly yellowed from, age, but it really just, it feels about the same, It still looks about the same, too. The plastic hasn't worn down or anything. Like, my Nintendo Switch Pro controller, after years of use, you could visibly see where I grabbed the controller because it kind of, sanded off the texture. But not with this. No, it's still really, the plastic really held up on this after so many years of use. Now, I'm going to give you something I couldn't give you 5 years ago, and that's a comparison of this to other third-party offerings. First, the Mario Retro GameCube controller. These are very similar. They feel about the same, though, the buttons are slightly higher on this one. But, they're basically the same. It's just this one's wireless, this one's wired. I mean, I can tell they were not made at the same company or a factory. Different plastics, different rubber membranes and things. They feel different, but they feel more similar to each other than they would to a first-party controller. So pretty good, but there is one weakness, or yeah, you could say weakness that these controllers have. Let's say you push the thumbstick down all the way. Your character would be running at full speed. That's expected. But what if I push the thumbstick down just a little bit? The character would also be running at full speed with this controller, along with the Mario Retro one. For whatever reason, the analog input on these controllers, and I notice most third-party GameCube controllers have this, it instantly just jumps to full input. No matter how much you push a little bit, full speed. All the way, full speed. And I mean, that's probably the only thing that might bother people with this controller. The buttons feel good. It stood the test of time. I mean, I've played Super Mario All-Stars with this D-pad. It's a tiny D-pad, but it's precise enough. It gets the job done. But if you want your thumbstick control, issues to be solved, I recommend a controller like the Icon GameCube controller. This one has a few benefits. If you have big hands, this controller really fills out your hands well, and you might take a moment to get used to it, but it really feels nice. You don't get those hand cramps you might get with other controllers. It has a lot of this, the same pros as those controllers over there. Nice clicky buttons, responsive, they don't ever miss an input. I mean, this one also has a turbo and slow button. I never use those, but if that's something you want. Also, double Z button. So, you know, if you've been tired of clicking the Z button with your right hand all these years, now you can click it with your left hand. It's not a big change, but what the real change is this. This thumbstick feels about the same as an OEM Gamecube controller. You move this all the way, your character runs at full speed. You move it a little bit, your character's maybe tiptoeing. So you know, I've played through Luigi's Mansion with all of these controllers, and anyone who's played Luigi's Mansion knows how sensitive the inputs can be with that game. And you know, I first played Luigi's Mansion with this controller. I didn't even know you could tiptoe around and stuff. And especially with the C-stick, being able to go at slower speeds is really good for Luigi's Mansion because, you know, let's say you want to turn a little bit to target a specific ghost, so you just push a little bit. But on those controllers, you would have just done like a 90-degree turn. And that's not what you wanted. You just wanted a nice little like 7-degree turn. And that's what this can do for you. So overall, this controller, I recommend it still, like I did 5 years ago. But yeah, you know, none of these are quite an OEM GameCube controller from Nintendo. Though this one has impressed me a lot with its quality, I will say. It almost feels OEM. But, you know, this one really gets the job done, and I think it was only 20 bucks or so. The price may have increased since 20 years ago, and I don't even know if TTX Tech still exists, but if you can get one of these, it's a nice alternative. It takes AA batteries. Those are dollar store ones. They've been in there for a while. I wonder if this thing still has battery. Yeah. I haven't played any GameCube games the past few months, so just wanted to check. But yeah, that's the video today. I hope you found this interesting. Our little time travel experience. Yeah, I'll probably have some other videos posted around the screen if you're interested. I don't get a lot of views, so I understand if you don't want to watch any more of my videos, but I'd appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope this will help you make an informed decision on whatever controller you're getting for your Wii or GameCube. Yeah. I mean, I know we're in the Switch 2 era, but you know, the Wii and GameCube, they really never died, and they really never will. Probably some of the most memorable eras in, you know, the history of video games. So I don't really ever see the need for these sorts of controllers going away. But yeah, that's the video. TMG out and goodbye.